So I did what I could to try to rescue the tomato plants in this back garden. So I put up this shade cloth and I used scrap material from around the property. In a video back in the early part of the spring, I showed stacking a bunch of pipes that I had saved from various things. Well, now I have put them to use. These white pipes, I made an A-frame. Let me start there. I made an A-frame across the middle, and there's pipe going down the center. These white pipes are part of the A-frame, and that was just so I could have some support in the middle for the shade cloth. And then these pipes are from a trampoline that my kids had years ago, and when we took the trampoline down, I kept those. They were part of the safety feature around the trampoline, and it's not pretty, but it's functional, at least till we have a hurricane, I guess. But I needed to stretch this cloth out in this direction. The sun comes the hottest of the day from that direction out there and just beats down on the front of these tomatoes. And I mean, was baking them. They were dying. And the cloth, the shade cloth, is a 10 by 20. I could have, should have, wish I had ordered a larger one. I would have carried it further. I think what I'm gonna do, I've got it's similar to these pipes right here, but they're different, not part of the trampoline. Actually, it's from a hockey net. I'm gonna put that out here and get another cloth and extend this all the way out so that I can have a little more room in there. I have started dragging things inside under this net to try to protect. I have my peach tree right here. Some of the leaves were baking, and I lost a few peaches off of this tree, so I pulled this in. My roselle, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 roselles in here, and I've got a few other things that I'm going to drag in and see if I can save them. But a lot of the tomatoes were burning up. The plants were burning up. I cleaned them out the best I can. See all of that. But I have a lot of good tomatoes in here. That red one there needs to come off. That one's rotted. I have a lot of tomatoes in here, and I just harvested a bunch. And I think maybe this shade cloth is going to save these tomatoes. The branches are getting so heavy they're falling and spilling out of the raised bed. Let me back up a little bit. See how they're falling out? I've tried to bring them up. I bought some clips, these little clips like this, and I put some of the branches up, but some of them are just so heavy they will not go up. There's actually a wire behind here, but these things are pretty thick, and they're such a thickness I can't bring these branches to the wire. See, these are pretty good size. Probably don't show on the camera very well, But there's nowhere to string these things up. So I straightened them up a little bit, and I'm just going to let them spill out here on the ground if that's what they want to do. I still have a few that are tangled. And this happened because they went through a huge growth spurt. I talked about it on the community post, and I believe in a video. We had, a couple weeks ago, we had rain nonstop for 3 weeks. What didn't drown around here just went through a huge growth spurt. But then the sun started scalding and baking them. I had a lot of burnt leaves, like that one there and that one. I tried to clean. Some of it's because of too much rain, and then some of it's because of too much heat. You know, they just weren't doing well because of several things going on. Out here on the side, these are spilling over and falling down to the ground. And besides some of the plants going through a growth spurt, so did the weeds. This is a big, huge mess. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm not going to stress over the weeds. I mean, there's only so many hours in a day, right? And these are beefsteak. Big beef. Big beef is what they are. Look at that. Rotting. They got bad spots in them. But I got plenty that are still good. And I've got a couple more in the front. And I did have to pull up and throw away 5 tomato plants. But after that huge rain, that long-lasting rain, where, I mean, it rained so much, there was no way to get out here and do anything. It just blew all the growth up. But I believe the shade cloth is going to help. Like I said, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but function is what I was after. This has been the hottest that I can remember in a while. I mean, we've been over 100 real temperature, over 100 several times, and staying in the high 90s, like 98, 99, consistently. We just had a heavy rain today, and we've got more rain coming tonight. And all my elderberries are ripening. I hope I can get out here tomorrow and harvest some of these before the birds get them. The other thing that has been problematic because of the heat are my peppers. I put some cloth over my peppers to try to spare them. This is not a great cloth, but it's what I had. But there was a lot of peppers that were scalded out here. Scorched. I mean, just burnt up. And it's kind of wild because peppers, you know, they love the heat. But the non-stop heat, this cloth is not working out well. I'm going to take a cue from Krista, my buddy in Canada. I'm going to go in the attic and find, I know I've got some sheer curtains, and I'm going to use some curtains out here because I'm not going to use them in the house. I don't know why I keep saving things like that. Maybe because I knew I needed something for this. But she uses sheer curtains to protect her plants, and that's extremely smart. And I'm going to dig some out and put over. This fabric is fine. Water gets through. It helps. This is actually like a frost protection, but it's very porous. And water gets through, and so does the sunlight. It's just I don't have enough of it. It's not long enough to stay in place, and it keeps getting tangled up on the peppers because of the wind. So I know I've got some shears, and I will put them up, see if I can't protect the peppers. Well, I just wanted to come on here and show what I have done with trying to salvage my tomato plants. And this was kind of a, grasping by the seat of my pants to get this thing up. But I did want to save them because the tomatoes were turning out beautiful. I brought some in yesterday along with some okra, and I've been getting some cucumbers. But right now, I don't know how that garden's doing. We've had a lot of rain, and it's kind of flooded right now on the ground, and I just haven't wanted to go out there and walk through it. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well, and I will see y'all on the next video. Bye-bye.